Good to hear, good to hear. Welcome to Why Blue Dog, a panel about why we pick blue dog personas, hosted by yours truly, Twin the Coyote, which is me. All right, first questions first. Who in the crowd here has a blue persona? Raise your paws. All right, I see y'all, All right, hands down. I think you're about greenish. All right, where are my canine sonas out there? All right, good number. You're not raising your hand, Amethyst. You're not. And finally, oh, good heavens. Where are my blue dogs? Where are y'all?
Right here.
All right, I got 1, 2, 3, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. If you're behind the pillar, I can't see you, but I see you. All right, about me. My name is Twin the Coyote. My pronouns are he, him. I am a blue coyote dude. As you can see, I love swords. I have 2 big teeth, and I do my own art. That reference is drawn by me, and I am the second best coyote dude you will ever meet. My answer to that question is, think of any other coyote, and what do you come up with?
No, they're definitely worse.
Okay, well, if you can think of a better coyote, I'm always the one that comes after your mind right after you say that. So, what we're going to get into is a little deep dive onto why people love the color blue and why people love dogs. This little section here is my blue characters, where I give you a little sample of what blue characters you could have seen and why we like them so much. If the image will load.
It's very important.
There's a lot of pictures on this slide, so I might have crashed.
That's not blue at all, it's black.
It's black and white, kind of.
If you average them, it almost gets to blue.
No. Oh, I see what.
Have you tried reversing and then going forward again?
I don't know why that slide's not loading. Can you just exit out of the presentation and go back into it? Oh, my images are still loading. That's why.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do that on spot.
One more second. I'm going to talk about the slide though. So, blue characters that that I have heard that people really like. Do I have any Sonic fans in the crowd? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I don't understand the appeal of Sonic. I know he's blue, but in all honesty, I don't really get it. If that was also your furry awakening, congratulations. You're 2 for 1. Okay, who else can we see? Genie from Aladdin. I don't know if any of you feel strongly towards the color of Genie. I know he's a cool character. I don't think about him a lot, but I know a lot of people watched Aladdin when they were kids. And he's like blue. Okay, now into the furrier entries of this list. Sully from Monsters, Inc. Big, blue, fuzzy carpet with purple polka dots. How could you get more blue than that?
By not having purple.
That's true, but it makes it visually interesting and it's close enough to blue. And specifically this iteration of Beast from X-Men, I know there's a more lion version that people like, but when I think of Beast, this is the one I default to.
Is this a 90s one?
Yes.
Okay.
He kind of blends in with the background. I'm not going. I can't see him either. And honorable mention, Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon. I love magical girls, but I haven't actually seen Sailor Moon. See, and if you ask me, my favorite blues magical girl is Sayaka Miki from Madoka Magica. But did someone say oh?
Yeah.
You understand. You understand peak. But these are characters I think about when I think of like blue in general from a media standpoint. I don't know how much they resonate with other people in the crowd, but you know, pretty stuff that's been around for a while to plant that seed of liking blue into your brain. And now let's move on. So let's talk about canines, specifically like your furry awakenings. Maybe. I got a few more recent entries on here because I am 21. So what I do see is whatever pops up on my Twitter feed. So we have obviously Nick Wilde and both Robin Hood, the two foxes from Disney. We got Lugosi from Beastars. I don't know if any of you have seen Beastars in the crowd. I read it before it turned into an anime, and I'm not gonna lie, it was really, really good. And it kind of influenced like some things I did to twins design later on in my life.
Final season should be out like in December for the anime.
I know, I'm really excited. I've been watching the trailer recently.
Give me the fucking discs, please. Thank you, yes.
I big agree. Wolf O'Donnell, if you can't tell, I really like Wolf O'Donnell. I used to be, me personally, I used to be a little more competitive with Smash Ultimate, so I will be your Smash bro if you ever want to play one day. Be warned, I am rusty, but the fundamentals are still there, so don't be sad if I win. Sorry, don't be sad when I win. Also, honorable mention, I had to have a Pokemon in here because it wouldn't be fair if I didn't. So, Arcanine, very fluffy, very dog-coated.
Thank you for not choosing Lucario. I'm sure he's been.
I want you to rescind that statement right now. I want you to rescind that statement. Oh, and the one I didn't talk about, the wolf. Hi, Balto. I think that Balto is one of the. I think he's like one of the most underrated like furry awakenings out there. At least in my opinion. I never hear anyone talk about Balto anymore. And
You're playing it like last night or the night before.
I think that's just a me thing because
It's a small, very connected community.
it is.
Yes, that was my word.
It's a cult.
I've seen like I've never watched Balto like from start to finish. I've seen the entire movie of Balto, but completely out of order. Yeah, okay, so
Watch like two.
I've only watched the first movie.
I didn't know there was like
Okay.
So, a little story about that. My elementary school, when we had indoor recess, they would play movies. And Balto was one of those movies. Little Twin did not really understand the story because they just kept the movie playing all day. And so whatever part that they were on, when you had recess, you would just sit in there to watch it, and then you'd go to lunch. So
Literally out of order.
So yeah, I've literally seen this movie like out of order, and it's been so long, and I'm kind of scared to go back to watch it like from start to finish, just because it's like I kind of know what happens, but it's been a couple years, or it's been way more than a couple years, probably. I want to say at least 15 at this point, but yeah, I'm scared to go back to that movie because I'm like I don't know if I can actually sit through it anymore.
It's like the 100-year anniversary of Zero next year and 30 years since the movie was made.
Ah, understood. But yeah, any honorable mentions from the crowd, at least for canines in media? If you pick a blue one,
blue? You know from Blue's Clues?
don't pick the blue ones. I haven't gotten there yet.
My cousin?
Yeah, honestly, like you see them at the family reunion sometimes, and it's a little awkward. But I saw a hand up somewhere.
Oh, God, Philip.
You, the suitor behind the pillar.
10 years since I've seen the movie, but the canine from Rockadoodle. Oh, yeah!
The canine from Rockadoodle.
My furry awakening was him. Fucking Buzz Lightyear.
I have never heard of that movie before.
I will watch it. Elementary school, when they wheeled the TV into the classroom and went, "You're watching Rockadoodle for today."
Okay, I'm low-key using this Q&A part to figure out like what furry movies I need to watch.
Now you got one.
Any other ones? Just out of
Brother
curiosity.
Bear.
I was just talking about Brother Bear with someone last night, and we were talking about how Coda is kind of like a bear-coded name. My friend Coda is sitting in the front, by the way. He's a caribou, but I've heard that movie's just weird.
It is not weird, it's wonderful.
It's pretty good. I know there's a sequel which I have not seen before. I've not seen
Sequel sucks.
We're getting mixed reviews, so
Only contact role is litigation.
so what I'm hearing is that everyone needs to go watch it and figure out what the opinion is. All right. Any other ones before I move on?
I just keep thinking of
You right there in the center. Oh, were you raising your hand? Sorry. Back
I
there.
just keep thinking of like TV shows like Tailspin or Rescue Rangers. Yes.
But those don't have canine characters.
Don Carnage. I love Don Carnage. I've never actually watched Tailspin. I think he's really cool though. You in the center.
I'm also old, but I was just thinking of all the classic Disney movies like Lady and the Tramp and
Those two in my history, aside from Fox and the Hound, those share the same story as Balto. I've watched the entirety of those movies in complete out of orderness. So those are movies like I'll revisit one day. 101 Dalmatians, I tried to watch like 3 years ago and I just fell asleep during it. But we'll get back to it eventually. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the blue dogs now. So whoever said Lucario earlier, I'm so sorry. Of course, like it's 2024. We can't not talk about Bluey. She's literally like the blue dog everywhere. We love her. I haven't watched it. I haven't really watched it either. I see the clips on TikTok. I see the clips on YouTube and Twitter. It's fun, I guess. But more blue dog representation, so I can't be mad.
Like every day at the gym I work at. Bluey is.
Really?
Pretty good TV then, I will say. Start them young. Again, for the Pokemon people, Lucario. I wish there was another blue dog from Pokemon. If there is, and I can't think of it, I'm not a Pokemon person, I'm a Digimon
There'll be a
person.
regional variant some year.
I think Ford's legendary.
Zacian and Zamazenta. I forgot to put them on here. Oh my god. I love those two. Like, those are, again, I'm not a Pokemon furry. I think the two wolves are really cool. I forgot they exist though when I was making the slide. So yes, there is other blue representation in Pokemon. Thankful. And you can't talk about blue dogs without talking about blue, the classic blue. She's an icon. She was part of my childhood. I watched Blue's Clues like very sparingly, but you know, those memories are nice. Stitch is on here as an honorable mention. He's super dog-coded. Like, you can't look at Stitch and tell me he's not at least half dog.
There's some dogs in there somewhere, yeah.
Exactly. Like, you
He
can't.
was also adopted as a dog. The hound assumed he was a dog.
Exactly, which is why he's up here. Like, look at just look at how he's sitting in that picture. That's a dog. That's someone's dog. Another one, Huckleberry Hound. I don't know this one personally. I've seen it everywhere, but I've seen him everywhere. But again, I'm 21, so
A little before your time, buddy.
yeah, I'm 21, so he's super before my time. And my super favorite, I'm a Digimon person. I love Regurumon. He's my favorite, he's like my favorite blue dog character in all of media. He's the raddest. He's literally a werewolf with like punk outfit, ripped jeans, and like armor and stuff. And like, he has pink nails. Like, how could you not like him? He's super cool. Yes. I forget Everest is like a character. I have another friend who also really likes Paw Patrol, and I was trying so hard to brainstorm like which character from Paw Patrol I could do, and my I know the picture now. Just I haven't seen Paw Patrol in the last within the last 5 years. Yeah, so it's just why I was trying to think of like the original, I think 6 dogs, and I was like maybe Chase, but Chase isn't even blue. He's just a police officer. All right. Is there any other blue dogs in media that people can think of? You in the back. What? Oh, Vaporeon. I won't speak on that. I'm afraid of what the Pokemon community would do to me. All right. Any other ones before we move on?
Yes.
Oh,
Shiny like your eye.
I thought Shiny Lycanroc was. Is it? Are they like black and white or? Oh, wait. What? Are they like red and orange, or is it like? Oh, that's how that works. I'll count that. Pokemon can have another one, just for today. Okay, let's move on. So, I talked to a few people. None of them are here, unfortunately, but I got some perspective on why we picked blue dogs in the fandom by interviewing some of my friends. And so let's get into it. Let's get into designing. This is my friend Jeremiah. I call him Blue. He is a blue wolf dude. Notable features I want to talk about are like he's got like a full beard, which is pretty cool. He's got digigrade legs. Pretty cool. Got wolf paws and stuff. When I asked him why he chose a wolf, this is a quote from him. I've heard my aunt describe our extended family as a pack of wolves, and that sentiment stuck with me. And he chose a wolf just because his family reminds him of a pack of them, and I guess as part of his family, he is a wolf. The blue dog itself, Jeremiah, was inspired by a dream he had of The Mysteries of Alfred Hedgehog. Has anyone actually seen that show? I figured, because I had never heard of it until he said something about it to me. And as you will see pretty soon, blue is also his favorite color. Slide 2, please. This is my friend Sky. She's a blue dog. Shout out to Shelso's Creations. She made her fursuit and my fursuit as well. She is a Smileyodon and wolf hybrid inspired by Tusky Husky of Crypto the Super Dog. Her notable features include her pink little eye scar. She's got pink beans. She's also a big toothy dog person. Big fangs from that Smileyodon side. And she's multiple shades of blue. When asked why she was a blue dog, she said, I want her to be special, but not over the top, because she was gonna be me, just in an animal form. Blue is also her favorite color, and yeah, she's a blue dog. Next slide. This is my friend Raz. He is a blue, red, and white fox. When asked fox, that was his favorite animal, and it was also just they're being different from a normal dog or a cat. And his notable features is that he's actually designed to look like a bomb pop. You can see that with the red glove markings, the white belly, and then the white elbows, and then the blue main body. When I asked why he was a blue dog, he said blue was also his favorite color, and he wanted to emulate a rocket pop, which you can pretty much see. He's the one in that little picture right up there. One more. And the last persona on this presentation is my friend Jeannie. She is a dragon wolf, and when asked why she was a dragon wolf, she said, I knew I didn't want to be a plain wolf. And a lot of my favorite online pet games had wolf hybrids of some kind, and I really enjoyed that. So when she was designing her persona, it's not super present on this art. She does have a pair of black and yellow wings that are on the back of her suit and her character. It's not super prevalent on any of the art she sent me, but they do exist. She's got brown hair just to be different. It breaks up blue. And she's got heterochromia in her eyes to resemble a bit of blindness in one of her eyes. And when asked why she was a blue dog, she said blue was her favorite color, and she got a lot of inspiration from online games. Any questions thus far on the personas shown? Okay. So, I never answered like why I myself picked a blue dog, really. Click once. So, blue's an amazing color. I love it a lot. It's calming, it's everywhere, and there's a lot you can do with it, in my opinion, without making it too eye bleeding or too blending into everything else, I guess. Too natural. One more. Dogs are awesome little dudes. I love coyotes. They're little scavenger guys. They're kind of scruffy. They're super resilient, which is like something I resonate with. And I guess I just like canines. They're really cool. I just think they're awesome. And honestly, if you just combine the two, the natural progression is the blue dog. If you combine just like how much you love the color blue and as the amount you love a dog, you get personas like this that just combine a lot of things you like and to just like one really like personalized and amazing feel. So in conclusion, we love blue dogs. Blue dogs are amazing. Thank you. I have all the artists that were featured on here and the photographers on the slide. If you ever want to look at the slide later too, I have the QR code right here. If you have an issue getting connected to it, just let me know. But aside from that, I guess, what is my time?
You have 37 minutes left.
37 minutes left. I can kill a lot of time, I hope. So any questions about the slide? Any questions about the slides or like, I guess questions for me.
Like why?
Why? Like why what? So why blue dog is like, okay, the way I see the answer to this is blue is such an amazing color and a lot of people love it, including myself. And so the first half of this answer is why blue. And when you're designing your persona, a lot of people tend to just put in things they really like, which is why you'll see so many people start off with like a blue canine character, and eventually then they figure out they like other stuff. But with that first iteration, it always is the fact that I love the color blue, so it's gonna appear somewhere on the persona, and then maybe it'll get iterated off. Maybe it'll be like pushed even more. As for why dog, I think honestly, I never had pets as a kid, but I feel like a lot of people get exposure to like actual dogs, and actual dogs are pretty cool. Canines in general are also just like, at least from my experience when I was learning how to draw, there's way more resources on like starting to draw like canine heads on the internet and stuff. So when people are like drawing their own characters, drawing their own personas, I recognize that a lot of people are using the same tutorials from other people because word of mouth gets around, and then when you do a Google search, you get the same tutorials over and over. That's how Twin came to be, because I only knew how to draw dogs. I called him a coyote because I just made his ears slightly longer than my wolf characters. And now I kind of know how to draw coyotes. I don't know if it's super present on my badge. But long snoot, long ears, triangle-shaped head, and you get yourself a coyote. At least something that looks kind of like it. And, okay, to combine those two, what would I say for that? To combine the two, when you combine the access to like drawing canine characters to a single color, you get a lot of people who will just paint bucket tool the color blue onto whatever sketch they did. And thus we have the blue canine persona. Honestly, oh yes.
So one could say that blue dog is like peanut butter and jelly.
No,
No?
no, no.
Brown is purple.
Okay. I actually agree with the sentiment. If you think about it, the color blue and canines just go together like peanut butter and jelly. It's like quite literally they're the bread and butter of this fandom, in my opinion, because they're everywhere. Like not everyone's, but 90% of people's first persona is that blue dog until they decide what they actually want out of being a furry.
Put butter on your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Okay, I've heard.
But that is just because of my family growing up completely wanted my favorite color to be blue, and I was a rebel.
Ah.
That's valid.
I thought most folks would choose a fox.
Alright.
In more recent years, I've seen more foxes like pop up like in my own social circles. Well, in my recent years, as in like ever since I became an adult, I mean like when I was like, I want to say 13 to like 17 browsing the internet, like a lot of my friends at the time were like, they were some sort of dog. Like I had a lot of wolves as friends. I was looking for coyotes all the time, but I always had like beagles, German shepherds, and other like, I guess pet dogs as like persona friends. And it was either that or felines. And I'm not going to talk about felines because I don't think any of them are felines anymore.
Weirdly, I started as a dragon, and then somehow ended up at Blue Malamute, so... I wasn't even a blue dragon, I was red. So how I got here, I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe.
I didn't take that into consideration when I made this presentation. But yeah, differences of different pieces of your personality. No, me personally, everything I do is encompassed into this little goofball. He's got my crappy little mustache and my really terrible chin scruff. So he is me. Everything he does is like just unfiltered me. I had another point I wanted to make. Good heavens. Oh, the aspect I never touched on. Making your blue dog character unique. I know a lot of blue dogs I've met before have the same kind of like basic color scheme of like, blue body, blue everything else, and then like the white underbelly just to like break it apart. This is a little bit about me coming from an artsy standpoint. I'm not a professional by any means, but I've seen a lot of like funny little designs and stuff. I can at least talk on my own journey designing Twin. I gave him facial hair just because I don't see any personas with like, I see personas with beards, I see personas with mustaches. Have you ever seen a persona with a crappy little mustache though?
Not a crappy one.
Well, have you ever seen a persona with like a scruffy little mustache? Because it's like, that's what makes me different as a blue dog.
I have a pompadour.
See, that's unique. It's a little, what? Well, oh. Oh yeah, definitely. Just the little things you can do for your blue dudes. Whatever you can do for them, like that you like. I don't know if anyone in the crowd feels this way, but if you feel like your blue dude is if you feel like your blue dog is too basic, just mess around with like different shades of blue and different shades of white. And also, don't be afraid to include black in there because there's a lot of just really funny things you can do with colors and patterns. I will say like blue with any sort of like light underbelly is like, I feel like I get confused for a lot of other furries when people see like my persona from a distance because I have a pretty, I know at least 3 other people who have gray hair, a blue main body, and like a white underbody, and I get confused for like 3 of them. And my only saving grace is my facial hair, which is the only way people tell me apart. So, it doesn't have to be super massive or anything. If you just have subtlety on your design and stuff, it can do wonders for you. And, a persona isn't permanent. You can change it. It's a lot of fun to change it. This guy has been designed over 8 years, and he has gone through, well, he's looked like this for pretty much his entire life, except he's had a full head of gray hair for only about 6 years of his life. But yeah. Your son has what?
I've been through so much crap over the years.
Oh my god, mine too.
Like these kind of cool blues, and then I'll eventually like, okay, I'm gonna go for these other shades. Cool, that looks good. Then I did something, I can't even remember. And then I was like, oh crap, I'm trans. Oh god. Oh my god.
Personas go through a lot. Like, if anything to take away from this panel, other than that blue is the best color and dogs are like the best species ever. Well, like canines are like the best dudes ever. Take away that your design history is going to go all over the place, because with blue dudes at least, with blue dogs at least, I see them go through the most drastic changes. Like with every blue persona, you will see someone who had like a completely different colored persona. My original contender to be my persona was a brown wolf. And look at me now. I look like cotton candy, and I look like a cotton candy that rolled on the floor.
Like blue raspberry.
Actually, blue raspberry. Would I even taste like that? I don't know. I think cotton candy is like whatever artificial flavoring cotton candy is, like that's this color of fur, and then this is blue raspberry down here, and then this is like a hairball. So don't eat that.
Black licorice.
I wouldn't even give it the privilege of being black licorice. This is like lint. Look at my hair. My hair is just super messy. I like it that way though. It gives me volume, and it just kind of blends in. It's nice. I mean, I'm not someone who has a super divine hairstyle either, so it just kind of, there's enough plausible deniability that my persona's hair just like grows. If it wasn't gray, this would look naturally blue, like the rest of him.
Not being the dying allegations.
The what allegations?
The dying allegations.
Oh, I thought you meant like death. If you see my persona being brown and gray, you didn't see my persona being brown and gray. He doesn't exist, I promise. No one ever gets to see that. There's a reason my tongue is still purple, or not purple, oh my heavens. My tongue is still pink. if you can see that.
Here.
Oh,
Yank it out.
my tongue is still pink. Yes, in the back. My actual hair is black, and black doesn't show up nicely because when I was a wee pup, say 13, 14, I didn't realize you could just not do like 100%, like 000 for RGB for black, and so I settled on like light gray. And even though I definitely could just make his hair black, I got way too attached to gray. It makes him look lighter. He's silly. When I tell people I have gray hair, they can't say I don't.
You're old.
I'm not old. I am the ripe age of 21.
Dog ears.
Yes. Yes.
Who's like older than 25, and it's just like, I don't know about that. Yeah, I think I'm old for the last 20 years. I was doing that at 21 too. I'm old. I think it's like people just have.
I'm not gonna lie to people. I'm 21. As being 21, I still have the energy to like wake up and do stuff. I woke up at. My roommates can attest to this. I woke up at 8:30 today, and I literally jumped out of my bed. Keep in mind, I went to sleep at like 3 in the morning yesterday, so I've been first eating for quite a while. If you see me around the con, now you get to see me speak in person. Ask me for pictures. I love them. I'm not good at posing, but I love taking pictures. Yeah, I know what trend you're talking about, and I have college friends who are aging like milk. So life is brutal right now. So people are tired. I am a furry though, so I don't get tired. If I get I am having so much fun in my 20s. Oh, there goes my laptop. But I'm having so much fun.
What if I don't already?
Not gonna lie, I'm 38. Better than
Oh.
I ever have.
Oh wow.
That's your fault.
Have fun.
It's mental. If you say I'm old, guess what? You're still old. Oh, I'm old.
I've been saying that for 20
Well,
years.
stop it. That's why you're old.
So what you're saying is I should have a midlife crisis.
Yes.
Yes. I did actually buy a red sports car.
You're halfway there.
Well, that means I don't have to quit my job and marry someone about 20 years younger than I
I
am.
don't know that. You can skip that part.
See, if you never know when you're gonna die, just constantly have midlife crisis.
Perpetual life crisis.
No one ever dies during a midlife crisis.
Exactly.
See, what's another fursuit to fix a midlife crisis? If anything, if you've already got the red sports car, like, what's stopping you from getting like a red, like not a red fox? What's stopping you from getting like a blue dog per se? I know many makers who would be. I'm exactly that way.
I did something, I used it for a short period of time, I'm more than I did something else. Gee.
I'm like that, but I'm also like stupidly so sentimental. So if I ever am not a blue dog, and you ever see me in person, like I will still use the name Twin, even if not a blue dog. But
You were about about to be like, oh, if you ever see me in person not a blue dog, kill me.
Honestly, no, like you should listen to him. If I'm not a blue dog, there's something wrong. Like that's not me, bestie. That's an imposter.
That's the brain parasite.
Yeah. That's a skinwalker right now. So if you don't see me as a blue dog, then something is horribly wrong. Because blue dogs, I love so much. I think they're awesome. You're an amazing blue dog. I don't even know your name though.
Oh, it's Lark. Hi.
Lark?
Lark, yeah.
Like?
Lark.
Oh, Lark. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get your socials later after this. But yeah, I love blue dogs. What is my time?
19 minutes left.
19 minutes left.
Just like a walk around, talk to people.
I guess so. I guess part of this was also supposed to be blue dog like meet and greet, kind of. So if you want to take like the last 20-ish minutes to do that, or ask me more questions, I'll stay up here and do whatever if you want to come talk to me. But thank you for attending my first panel. It's been a lot of fun presenting about something I love so much. And I hope you guys have a great Sunday of Furry Migration. And yeah, thank you all for being here.